And we're back. Yeah. Welcome everybody to the stream. Hope you all are having a wonderful day today. We're back in Project Ozone 3. Let me get some stuff rearranged. Feels like forever since I last streamed. We didn't have a stream on Friday. We didn't have a stream on Monday. There was a weekend in between that. It's been a few days since the last stream. 49er just resubbed the channel for 30 months in a row. 49er, welcome back. Thank you so much for the 30 months of support. Only 30 months feels longer, Kappa. Thanks, 49er, for that huge tier 3 hip sellout resub and for the 30 months. Such a long time. So yeah, hello, Joshler, BQ, Seer, Pinchy, Ollie, Feng Chun, 70 Snee, Esty, Agent, Eden, 49er, of course. Hello, Chuven. There's a setting, man, I've done so much stuff. There's a setting where I can enable timestamps, right? There it is, got it. Okay, so now I can see when messages appear. Sly Ghost resubbed the channel for 6 months in a row. Sly Ghost, welcome back. Thank you for the 6 months of support and for using that Twitch Prime sub. Welcome back, Hypno. Thank you. It's been a rough few days. Not personally, but just mentally. For those of you who are unaware, I maintain and wrote the Hermitcraft website. Our hosting company that I've been a patron of, I guess, a member of for like the last 10 years, decided that the Hermitcraft website was just using too much bandwidth. So they turned it off. They didn't give us any warning. They didn't say, hey, your website is starting to get to that point where maybe you should look at upgrading your plan. They just turned it off. They didn't even send me an email saying, hey, we turned off your website. It was the most ridiculous thing ever. So I spent all Friday on the phone with them trying to figure out something. At the end of the day, I ended with, okay, let me speak to your supervisor. Supervisor's not available. Should I have them call you back? Yes. And then I never got a call back. So pretty much all weekend I've spent looking and researching and hooking up for a new host provider and getting that stuff squared away. And like, my goodness, it just took such a toll mentally on me and it just wasn't good. It wasn't until like late Sunday that I finally got everything squared away after like working all week. And I was like, you know what? I need a break. I need a day where I'm just like not thinking about anything. So that's why we didn't have a stream on Monday. Clearly the best solution to too much use is no one can use this. Yeah, exactly. Like, if the website's using too much bandwidth and you have other plans available, wouldn't you think that maybe you should let the customer know that, hey, you're exceeding this plan, but we can put you on this other plan since you're experiencing website growth? No. They're just going to completely turn off our website and not even say that they did that. So anyway, that was my weekend and my Friday. What is Hypno using to harvest his mystical crop seeds? We are currently using a plant interactor from Industrial Foregoing, and then we're collecting the drops since it just drops them on the ground. We're collecting the drops with a advanced item collector directly into an RF Tools crafter, which is crafting them into the ingots or the material. What's the plan for today? I have no idea. We're just gonna make progress is what we're doing. I don't even remember where we left off. I honestly don't. It feels like it's been forever. I guess we were doing Galacticraft stuff. So we're probably gonna continue with Galacticraft, knock the rest of this out. We only have like 3 more things to go. We're already at tier 5. We just have to craft these other ones. That's not a big deal. Like I currently already have the tier 5. Let's claim that. Where's our rocket even at? Okay. Hover mode disabled. Actually, let's take the jetpack off. Okay. So this is a tier 7 rocket. Is that what we needed? Tier 7. Okay. So our next step is to get the tier 8. So we need to go wherever the tier 7 takes us. Hey, Hypno, you see the new changed recipe for machine frames? They require plastic now. Machine frame. No plastic, no plastic, no plastic. So I don't know what you're talking about. Are you talking about like a new update to Project Ozone 3? I'm not updating my pack again. Like we're almost all the way through this pack. I'm not gonna update it again. That thumbnail thing was the weirdest problem to have. Yeah, did you see that on Twitter? Apparently another YouTuber was making a thumbnail for their video and they stole an image from my thumbnail from like 3 years ago on my Infinity Evolved Experts series and put it like front and center on their thumbnail. I was just like, are you serious? That was like the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen anybody do. And the thing about it wasn't even like a brand new YouTuber who doesn't know any better. This guy's got like 5 million subscribers. Like, he should be pretty well versed on what to do and what not to do. That like was absolutely ridiculous to see. Lipstick Dreamer says, hi Hypno, you liar. Watched your stream a few days ago where you said Lordcraft was your favorite mod. Cut up on YouTube while playing along. You got me. But Lordcraft is so good. What are you talking about? Don't you just search Google for your thumbnails? I mean, I should probably start doing that. It seems like the easiest way to get thumbnails, right? Seems like probably the easiest way to achieve getting a brand new thumbnail. What? So in private conversations with the guy, he said that he outsources his thumbnails to somebody else. So he has a thumbnail guy that makes thumbnails for him. Apparently it's their fault. But still, like, if you're putting thumbnails on your videos, you would think you would kind of look and see, hey, that's somebody else's Minecraft skin. Right? I don't know. YouTube doesn't have a good way for viewers to report pirated videos. You can report videos that infringe on your copyright, like if you are the video uploader. But as far as like viewers, I don't think there's a way to do that. There will be an Enigmatica video today, yeah. Yep. All right, so actually before I do this, let me just make sure. I think we're ready to go. We have oxygen, we have tier padding. Do I have warpy things? I don't have warpy things. All right, so let's go make some more warpy things and then we will head out. All right, so dislocator. Actually, let's get over here. Dislocator, we don't have any. All right, so draconium says 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That should be more than enough, I think. So we're gonna put 7 of these away. And 7 of these we are going to assign, I guess right here. And this one. Okay, so now we got a bunch of them to warp back home with. Let's put those away. All right, so we need 2 pedestals. one of these, one of those. All right, so now we are good to go. Flash and just resub the channel for 21 months. Flash and welcome back. Thank you for the 21 months of support. I do appreciate it. New Rain, thank you for the bits. I did miss that. Thank you for the 97 bits. Foobro resubbed the channel for 6 months in a row. Foobro pushed the butt 6 times. Foobro, welcome back. Thank you so much for the 6 months of support. Sly Ghost resubbed the channel for 6 months. I think I already said thank you for that one. But again, thank you for the resub. And thank you for welcoming me back. JVDK resubbed the channel for 16 months. JVDK, welcome back. Thank you for the support. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. If I need a new launch pad, shouldn't the rocket tell me that I need a new launch pad? Like I wouldn't be able to put the rocket on it. So recipe for the advanced dislocator requires Draconic evolution fusion crafting, which we haven't started into yet. How low is the low latency in seconds? It should only be like 1 to 3 seconds depending. Well, it really depends on your connection. If you are not watching on source, it'll be delayed even longer because of the transcoding time delay. If your video freezes and stuff, you might not be real time anymore, and then it'll cause it to be longer as well. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's go back a second. So Neptune is a tier 7. That one we can do. Pluto is a tier 8. So Neptune is where we need to go to now. So let's launch. Hello, Polar. It seemed like the rock was outside the pad a bit. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Sure. Yeah, the different tier rockets do require different tier launch pads. But like it'll let you know when you need one. This looks like mesa terrain almost. All right. This is a blue block, apparently. Blue block. So we need to get some canisters. Whoa. Stop clicking on that. Canister, canister. Actually, let's try to fill that one up. So this one is full, and we'll fill this one up more. Okay, good. All right, so let's set a thing here. This will be our way home, and then we'll bind a new one to here, and we'll destroy this. This planet seems awfully laggy. I don't know why. That seems really weird. Okay, so we have the Neptune one. Let's put that away in case we end up dying or something. Put the rest of this stuff away. Oh, you know what? I guess I didn't need this other dislocated pedestal. Okay. Flashin' dropping 1,000 bits. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits, Flashin'. I appreciate you. Appreciate that. Have I tried VR? No, I'm really not interested in VR. I really equate VR to like what 3D TV was a few years ago. That's just gonna go away. Nobody's gonna care about it in a little bit. Like, I'm really not gonna care about VR until they can do it without having to wear stupid goggles on your face. Did I make a waypoint? You know what? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. And we should go back there and do that. Can I see it? Like, it's gotta be like right there, I think. Let's keep going back. There it is. We'll make our waypoint right up here. It's fine. Okay. Hello, Spook Alive. Yeah, I don't want to hug some creepers while making the waypoint. Yeah, that just doesn't sound like that would be a very good thing. I don't know. Like, as we go through this chunk, the compass changes. Am I passing one? Is that the deal? It's acting like there's one here. Is that it right there? I probably shouldn't touch this stuff. Radioactive water. What is this block? So that is Neptune's surface rock. That's Neptune's subsurface rock. I'm not sure if I'm just on like the border between two different like compass readings. I gotta be. Let's just keep going till we find something real. I'm gonna stop messing with that because I don't think there is one there. Haha, you thought, skeleton. Go up a little higher. Maybe it'll make it easier to see when we find one, like right there. Hello, Razzle. Grab some like cobblestone. There we go. Now we just gotta wait for this nastiness to go away. Why is it day 8? Why is what day 8? Oh, you're talking about in the upper left-hand corner? I don't know. Maybe because we've been on this planet for 8 days? I honestly don't know what that means. Floofy Panda Bear just sub with Twitch Prime. Floofy Panda Bear, welcome. Thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate that. That water looks tasty. Oh, this stuff doesn't hurt me. I thought this was more that radioactive water. Well, I mean, since it's not hurting me, I guess we can come down here. Peace out. Invisible creeper boss. There appears to be a broken section of the dungeon to the left-hand side of that back wall. No, really, this is fun. I like the part where it lags on a single player. Hey, they finally created a new boss, Kappa. Hello, Hypno and Chad. Hello, Just So Fin. How are you doing? What's this about? Oh. Sweet Terry Rocket. We done, boys. Why the red screen? I have no idea what Extra Planets is doing. Literally have no idea what they're doing. All right. Unlock schematic. Filled oil canister. Feather falling. Soulbound bow. Repellent. I don't know what that is. Okay. First things first. Oxygen. Let's get that refilled. Then we need to go get our armor taken care of. And it feels like we are really low FPS. We're at like 39. What the heck? What's causing the FPS drop? You're kind of glad there aren't actual invisible creepers in Minecraft? Well, that would make it more interesting, I think. Like, you have to pay attention to sound. Hello, killer bees. So I am curious. Let's try and see what is causing FPS lag right now. How big is the Project Ozone 3 folder on my PC now in gigabytes? You're asking because you're wondering how much space you need to save for this mod pack. I'm guessing it's less than a gig right now. I'll look in just a moment. Total with the game install is 2.8 gig, apparently. The save itself is 700 meg. I don't think I see anything that like shows high numbers here. Weren't we having a problem with this thing? It was this, wasn't it? I wonder if it's just the entire pneumatic craft thing. Analyze results. What is that? IChun mods, IChun util client entity. What is that? So I'm gonna remove the chunk loader and see if that does anything. Nothing here seems weird. I mean, we do have a lot of things to be fair, but I'm not seeing anything that's got like crazy numbers on it. C Senpai just resubbed the channel for 16 months in a row. Welcome back, C Senpai. Thank you so much for the 16 months of support. Thanks for using the tier 3 resub as well, the hip sellout sub level. Alright, let's profile again, see what else we can come up with. For best results, do not look around. Yeah, all the measurements are in nanoseconds. NF. Or NSF. Nanoseconds per frame. I'm not sure if those animals really are what's causing the problem. So yeah, that's not really doing anything for us, even though it says that they're causing a lot. What's this unknown? Entity no longer exists. IChun util client entity. Why can't I read that? Entity latched renderer. Tile electric cable. Oh, that's the Magneticraft stuff, I bet. That's right. When we added all of those things underneath for Magneticraft, that's when I started to realize that, hey, we're getting an issue. All right, let's go remove all the Magneticraft power generator things. This. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of these. All right, let's get rid of the lava and then we'll get rid of these things and see if that... Oops. Let's do glass. The multi-block above? Oh yeah, it could also be this thing, but we needed this for a specific reason. Let's try removing a block from this to like undo it. No. Let's try doing it one more time. Desiree just subbed to the channel with Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome, welcome. New Brain Gaming says I just got a tier 1 sub but it did not come through. If you subbed with Twitch Prime, you might have to refresh to share it or something. I didn't see it come through. I want to know what this IChun utils client entity. So storage drawers. What did we just add recently? I know we did the Magneticraft stuff. We don't need this stuff anymore, but this isn't causing the issue. Might as well just get rid of this though. Miami Martin and just resubbed the channel for 3 months. Welcome back, Martin. Thank you so much for the 3 months of support. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime. 3 months already. Aw, yeah. IChun is a core mod for portal gun, gravity gun, and morph and other miscellaneous things. Hats, slender, reimagined, torched. I don't think we have any of those mods though. Portal gun. Yeah, we don't have portal gun. Don't have gravity gun. I don't know what trail mix is. I don't think there's hats in here. So I'm not sure what IChun is in here for. Key. IChun make chicken chunks? Maybe. No, because it's code chicken core whatever is the one for that one. We can do that and save a little bit of rendering by putting away these drawers, but I don't think this is the issue. But it is contributing a little bit, however, so slightly, but it is contributing. You think the Mega Torch mod, this mod right here, Torch Master uses IChun? Well, we could try taking down the torches as soon as the sun comes up, as soon as we're at daytime. I can try taking those down. It's gonna be annoying putting them back up, but we definitely can give that a try. Although we've had these here for like the entirety of the playthrough. Seems silly that now would be the time where it's like an issue. I mean, we can always set up Draconic Evolution to set us to daytime again. I don't have to mark their spots. They're in locations that I know exactly where to put them. You don't think Mega Torch would be an issue? I don't think it would be either. Like, things that we have added recently would be Pneumaticraft, like all of these things. But I don't recall that being an issue when we set them up. But we could try removing some of those and see if that does something. Let's try removing these things. That didn't really do anything for us. Yeah, I really don't think it's the Torch Master torches. We've had these from the beginning, and it's something that we added recently. I think it might be Pneumaticraft stuff. We'll have to go look at that here in a minute and see. I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Yeah, it's dimension specific. There's something affecting our FPS here. I'm sure I can fly away from the base, unload everything, and it'll be fine. It's just FPS lag. It's not like gameplay lag. There's a bug on the mods issue page for the issue is affecting other mod packs as well, such as Modern Skyblock. What mods issue page? New Rain Gaming just reset the channel for 2 months. Welcome back, New Rain. Thank you so much for the 2 months of support. Keep up the good work. I've been watching your vids for over 7 years. That's a long time. Thank you so much. Yeah, I feel like I want to try... Enable on low signal. So, torch. Lever. I feel like I want to try and just turn all of this stuff off. We don't have the portal gun mod, Borrowed Dreams. We don't have it. There is no portal gun mod. Looking through the Project Ozone 3 mod list, you don't see anything that's written by IChun except for IChun utils, which seems weird. There's no mob decap or mob dismemberment in this mod pack, no. What mod is using it as a dependency? How do I know? Like, how do I find that out? I'd love to find out. Stencils? I don't know what that is. I mean, I could try removing the mod from the pack. What is this? Pressure chamber wall. It's weird how that one was still a multi-block when the multi-block was not active anymore. Do. Does it not give coordinates? It doesn't give coordinates as far as I can tell. Like, it says double click to teleport, but it doesn't say where the problem is, right? Unless I'm missing something. Let me try making the resolution smaller. Maybe it does say. Yeah, it doesn't say where any of these things are, so I don't know how to, like, do anything about it. Does this pack have googly eyes? I mean, are you guys just, like, coming up with random things? Pretty sure none of those mods are in here. Yeah, I'm with you, number 7. Just removing the mod, restarting the pack, and see what doesn't like it. Why does it keep saying the passive animals are the problem? I have no idea why it says that. You missed the problem. What was happening? What's going on? Hey, you know what? It didn't say that I needed a certain amount of RAM this time either. Did they fix that bug? I'm curious what my profile setting is for this pack. Oh, I'm still giving it a 12. I think Cazador just forgot to remove it. It's very possible. I mean, if the pack loads without that IChun util, then yeah, that's absolutely a thing. Because Portal Gun was in the pack. I know he removed Portal Gun. Hello, LSR. How are you doing? Ben DeSille says I missed the problem. What that was happening? What was going on? We're getting weird FPS issues. The world, our overworld, is getting kind of laggy. We're dropping below 40 to 30 FPS. We're trying to figure out what's causing it, because for the longest time, like up until like last week sometime, everything was working pretty smoothly. The recommended RAM screen was removed in 37, you think? Okay. Yeah, so we have lag goggles, and it's saying that IChun, like, some entity from it is causing issues, but the IChun util, like, isn't even being used as far as we know, so why it's causing an entity, I don't know. Is it true that this ping pong thing makes the game load slower? I don't think so. Maybe if you're on a potato PC, like a really, really old potato PC, maybe? You're doing great. How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic. I'm just glad this weekend is over, man. It was a long one. Hello, Kurtz. How you doing? Did Max ruin stuff again, or was it something else? Did you just assume that my kitty ruined things? No, this is in-game stuff. This has nothing to do with Max. Yeah, I don't think any of those are in here. Awesome. You're getting ready for war? Oh boy. Demetran just resubbed the channel for 17 months in a row. Welcome back, Demetran. Thank you so much for the 17 months of support. Hello, Hypno. Sorry for being late. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Next time you will be here on time. Or else. I don't know what the else is gonna be, but or else. My cat ruined your life. You didn't want a cat before, but Max convinced you? Then he's doing his job. Why are people listing IChun's mods when you can look at the list for Project Ozone 3 and quickly see that there aren't any by IChun? I have no idea. My sarcasm is scary? You must be new here. Because that's all I do is spout sarcasm. Non-stop. Non-stop. The average load time for this mod pack is approximately 5 minutes and 22 seconds. It has been loaded 2 times previously. Well... Oh, we're missing... IChun Utils Entity Block. Oh no! Oh no, not that. Oh no! He must be new because the only thing more scary is my ability to trigger chat. You were watching an Enigmatica 2 video and was actually taken aback for a second when Hypno's stream level sarcasm came out for a second. Wait, what? You gotta, like, be more specific than that. Okay. Wait for everything to finish loading. Sasko just resubbed the channel for 9 months. Sasko, welcome back. Thank you for the 9 months of support. So now we're up to like 75 FPS just from removing that mod. Sasko, thank you for resubscribing for 9 months. I do appreciate that. Do I have a back of my world just in case something goes wrong? No, YOLO. YOLO! Did the streamer just say YOLO? Why am I watching the streamer? Yes, I just said YOLO, deal with it. I didn't put the thing back. What mod was that? IChun util. If that mod was required by another mod, it would have like not loaded the mod pack saying this mod requires another mod which cannot be found. It's the way that works, people. Yeah, that... I'm not sure what the heck that mod was doing besides eating like a whole bunch of my FPS. Oh, we don't have any more fuel over here. Weird. YOLO, unsub, unfollow, requesting bit refund. The dang guy. You thought this was an actual world, but nope, it's a skyblock. Yeah, that was the reason for me like building the world as I did. But so it doesn't feel like Skyblock. It feels like a regular Minecraft world. All right. Well, now that we got all of that fun taken care of, next time we have to use Pneumaticraft, we'll have to reset up some of the stuff, but that's not really that big of an issue. All right. So now that we did that, we need to get ourselves a tier 8 rocket. Why would I search for tier 8 to show all these other ones? I guess because storage space has an 8 in it, because that makes sense. All right, so we need signalum plate, constantan plate, and compressed zinc. We need a recipe for compressed zinc. What is the recipe for compressed zinc? We can do in the laser cutter. 2 zinc equals 1 compressed. Okay, so we need a recipe here. Clear this out. 2 of these. Where's the laser cutter thingy? Over here. Is that the wrong type of zinc? Magneticraft zinc. This is extra planets. Okay, so we need to convert these. So we need to get ourselves a lexicon. Magneticraft convert. Those have EMC as well, so we'll put them in the system. Now we will use this. I don't know why this doesn't accept any ingot zinc. That seems a little short-sighted in my opinion. Oh boy, an actual use for Constantine. Do we have? We do. Look at that, and that even has EMC. And then we need signalum plate, which also has EMC. All right, so we should have everything together now, so we should be able to do this. All right, so we need the zinc plate plus Constantan plus signalum. Wait, are we having that issue again where this doesn't have a channel? Seven of 32 channels. Device online unlinked. Unlinked, huh? Flashing with 1,000 bits. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits, Flashing. Hashtag Shamrock Army. You swear only schools and weird people use Macs. You might not be completely incorrect on that. Sploosh. Thank you, Flashing. Appreciate your support. All right, let's turn this into something. So that has to go into a compressor. That was weird. Heavy duty plate. Tier 8 these. Okay, so now we should be able to tell it to make a whole lot of those. We're probably gonna want like 40 or so. Hello, Trad Trollet. How are you doing? Wow, this is weird to say zinc with Z, cause in Hungary we say it with the C. So you say sink or kink? Sync? That is kind of weird. Why would you pronounce a word that starts with a Z with a completely different letter? Okay. So tier 8 rocket. Oh, there. So we need a tier 8 nose cone. Uh-huh. We need tier 8 boosters. What are we missing for that? Compressed zinc. You sometimes pronounce CSK, that's a different letter. Well, yeah, but that is two, like, correct pronunciations. You mean like in the word zinc? Oh, whoops. Canister. Okay, so there's the nose cone, there is the boosters, then we need 4 of these. Oh, we can't do that because I disassembled that Magneticraft thing. Crap! Where's that Magneticraft thing? Do I have to remove like one of these? I think it was asked before if we could use mechanism. And I dismissed that without even testing. It doesn't look like that works. Yeah, I think if that accepted RF, it would be working, yeah. Flopalopagus just resubbed for 6 months. Thank you so much for the 6 months of support, Flopalopagus. Welcome back. Applied did a new change about P2Ps that uses 16-bit coding for the P2P system, and now you see colors on the P2P channel and the link card, which is linked to one of the P2Ps every time you right-click a P2P tunnel. Links to another one, makes a new channel. Sometimes it keeps the same and new. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm not sure why that one keeps disconnecting on us, though. I don't remember if this stuff works. I mean, it seems to be doing something. Let me try without this here. No, it's still doing it with. The thermal pile doesn't really give us any information to go on, though. About regular ice. If nothing else, I'll just turn back into water. Well, it looks like things happened. We'll go with it. I don't know if that's gonna melt this ice since we got like a block surrounding all the sides. This one I understand. It might melt that one, I don't know. But really, just as long as we're getting power of some description so we can run this, that's all that really matters. Alright, so put that away, that away, that away. We don't need that anymore. We can place this one back right here. And we don't need those. Alright, so we have that. We need the booster. Okay, and then it's 10 plates. Here we go. RDM just resubbed the channel for 5 months. Thank you so much for the 5 months of support. I appreciate that. 5 months already? Oh yeah, it's been 5 months. Doesn't seem like it though. But it has in fact been that long. Needs to be placed on a tier 2 launch pad. Did we ever figure out the IChun lag problem? Yeah, we removed the mod and we have more FPS now. I did not, to be fair, run the lag goggles thing since. Let's do this once. Night Shrouds just subbed with Twitch Prime. Night Shrouds, thank you for your Twitch Prime sub. Welcome. Appreciate your support. Yeah, that mod, like, I'm not sure why it was creating an entity, but that mod wasn't even being used at all, other than lowering my FPS for some reason. So now a tile entity chest is like the highest thing for some reason. It's gotta be some weird interaction between those. I mean, to be fair, this doesn't even need to be hooked up anymore, so we could probably get rid of it, but it's not really doing anything detrimental, so... I mean, we're above 60 FPS. This beacon, for some reason, is using a little bit more. That's pretty random. Don't know. So, NDIO conduits are starting to use a decent amount. Embers rekindled. Embers rekindled is using a lot more than astral sorcery, and we're not even using embers for pretty much anything. That's very interesting. Madman just resubbed the channel for 11 months. Madman, welcome back. Thank you for the 11 months of support. I do appreciate that. Nanoseconds per frame. Nanoseconds per frame. So there's 1,000 nanoseconds per frame, and it's using up that much of it. Where is the Ember stuff? Right here. Why is this not being registered? Let's sit right here and just take a look. Do one more time and then we're gonna move on. Do I have any flat transfer nodes? No. No, I rarely use flat transfer nodes. I think I might have used them once before in the past, maybe twice. Rarely ever use them. That beacon, for some reason, is using a lot. I don't understand that. That doesn't really make sense. But why do these animals use so much? I don't know. But I mean, nothing here seems weird. You're gonna guess it reads animals incorrectly? Quite possibly. Alright, let's go to the next planet. I feel fairly confident that the issue that we were having before is now solved. Okay, so we have oxygen, we have everything, we have our highest thermal padding. We have a warp home. And then we have one that we're gonna set to wherever we're going. So we just gotta wait for this thing to finish being fueled. Still got 18 buckets in that. So we are set, let's go. Did you have issues with translocators before? On the server, it seemed like translocators with glowstone were causing FPS lag, or actually no, TPS lag, which is different. That's more important. We got multiple people all using TPS at the same time with chunk looted areas. When it's just one person in a single player, it doesn't matter that much. I mean, it does matter if you like start causing your world to be laggy, but it doesn't matter as much. Cowboys just resub for 4 months. Welcome back. Thank you for the 4 months of support. Appreciate that. Thanks for using your Twitch Prime. You think this is the first time you've seen the tier 8 rocket, considering you only needed the tier 7 in Project Ozone 2? Oh, you want to Pluto, or are we going to Eris? No, we can't do that. We have to go to Pluto. Launch. Prepare for entry. Why we gotta land at nighttime? I really like the fact that I have such a long reach with that. Okay, Pluto. Canisters for more fuel. Alright, so we got all that stuff back. We can get rid of this thing. Hey, we got extra oxygen gear. Alright, so Dungeon Finder, let's go. Anon just gifted a sub to Kurtz. Thank you for the gift, Anon. I appreciate that. Welcome, Kurtz. I guess we can put our jetpack on and then make it go a little bit faster. It keeps kind of like pointing me in different directions. A little bit to the left. No, no, no. A little bit to the right. Is that it right there? Are those blocks gray blocks? They probably say Pluto surface rock, Pluto subsurface rock. Yeah. All right, who wants to bet that we're gonna be fighting an invisible creeper boss? I don't know why I would think that that would be the case, but I just have a feeling, a weird feeling. I can't explain it. Wow! It's almost like I knew what was gonna happen. That lag though. You thought this was extra planets? Why is Pluto here? I mean, isn't it still considered a planetary object? It's no longer a proper planet, but I think it's called like a subplanet or something. I'm not actually a planetologist, believe it or not. It's amazing. It's like you're from the future and maybe this is pre-recorded. Tier 9 rocket height. Wow. Oh. We got this thing covering up. Anon just gifted 5 subs to the hypnotized community. It doesn't say the hashtag hypnotized community this time. Thank you, Anon, for the 5 gifted subs. Welcome, Vlatko, Abel, Red, Jimlad, and Nathan. Welcome. Thank you, Anon. Appreciate that. Let's do edit. Change that to cleared. And home. Why are things still red? Oh, you know what? We never put our thing back. What's the thing that I'm looking for? The chunk loader? No, we did put the chunk loader back. We never made the chunk loader big enough. We just set it back and it's like, okay. The 7? 7 appears to be big enough. Okay. But why is the stream red? You just got back and looked like I died. I don't know. For whatever reason, when we fight those creeper bosses and the extra planets dimensions, they make our screen turns different colors. I have no idea why. I don't know what that means. All right, tier 9 rocket. Let's go learn this one. Right, so now we know how to do a tier 9 rocket. Tier 9 rocket. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. Needs to be placed on a tier 3 launch pad. So now we need compressed tungsten, so we can use land core tungsten or extra planets tungsten. I'm confused. Why do I have that in here? Okay, well that's fixed. So we know how to make tungsten. Then we need platinum and lumium. And thankfully both of those have EMC. To be honest, exoplanets in Galacticraft hasn't changed since it was created, you would venture to say. It's what it feels like to me as well. All right. So now we just got to go put that into one of these compressors. Did that just make 3? No, it makes 2. All right, so we want to make like probably 40 of those. Hello, Pixel. Is this a wild Hypno? I'm not sure if it's wild. I do get a little crazy sometimes. Why does it matter which compressor I use? Well, I don't want to have like multiple of these high tier ones in the same one. Trying to just make it so like if we have to craft, I don't know, a bunch of heavy 7s and a bunch of heavy 10s, that they're not all trying to fight for the same compressor. It's the only reason. Okay, so we need light blue wool. Okay. Oxygen, we need like 3 of those. Flashing, filling up the cup with some shamrocks. Thank you for the bits, Flashing. Nose cone. Booster. Ah, what do we need? Tungsten. And we need canister. So 1 booster. 2 booster. Tier 8. That guy. Oops. This one. Okay. And then we just need 10 of the plates. Alright guys, I'm gonna be a rocketologist. I'm gonna be a rocket surgeon. This isn't rocket surgery, or is it? All right, so we need a tier 3 launch pad. Oh, we already did that. It has to be 5x5. That's pretty big. Just saying. I'm just saying. Hello, Steven. First time watching the stream? Well, welcome. Hypno, how are you a rocketologist but not a planetologist? You're gonna have to ask you to go to school to become a planetologist. I probably should at some point. I'm just not. I mean, because frankly, I can craft rockets, but I can't craft planets. So I know more about the rockets, I guess. That was weird. Okay, fuel's at 100%. We have... Oh, you know what? Let's get these other things down that we haven't done yet. So, Neptune. And Pluto. That seems right. So I don't know where we're going past Pluto. I don't know where we need to go. All right, we got our overworld. We got one of these, and we got one of those. So I think we're good to go. The quest? Does the quest say? Let's take a look. That's probably a valid point. Obtain from Neptune. Obtain from Pluto. Obtain from Eris. Okay. Hello, bandits. Is Eris the moon of Pluto? I'm not actually sure. Do you have an EMC farm, magic crop farm? Care to show it? I do have a magic crop farm, but I can't show it right now for obvious reasons. All right, Eris is over here. Eris is over here. So if this is our solar system, what are these? I'm actually not sure. Are these just orbiting bodies that aren't actually planets? Aries is a planet with moons of its own. Eris is another dwarf planet in the outer solar system. Oh, okay. Yeah, I really don't know my astronomy, I guess. Launch. Looks very much like the last planet we were on, like Pluto. Why there's gotta be like mobs all over? Why is there gotta be creeper right there? Seriously. Rude. New. Warpy thing. Boop. Alright, so there's a warp to back home. And there's a warp to Aries. What do I have? Fart bubbles. Stop it. Okay. You're dead. 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 At what point did we kill a chicken? Alright, let's go find ourselves the dungeon. Tea is just seasoned water. Tea is leaf flavored water. Boop, boop. Ah. Boop. All right. New dungeon. If I can spell it right. Dungeon. Hi, Hypno. I'd like to say tea is leaf flavored water, but coffee is roasted bean flavored water. I mean, it's fine. I am perfectly okay with drinking bean water. If you're okay with drinking leaf water. Lol, you exploded. I will drink hot bean water any day of the week. Invisible creeper? No! Hey, this one actually is visible. It's still as lame as the other ones, but, you know, we can actually see it. Can we never do that again, please? It's a completely new experience. Completely new experience. I wonder if they ever planned on adding like interesting bosses, or if they're just gonna copy and pasta like the same boss every time for forever. Tier 10 electric rocket. Is that not the right one? Are we gonna have to do another one? I guess we are gonna have to do that again. Oh boy, another one! This one right here? Okay, we didn't have to go super far for that one. Boop. All right, let's clean up the inventory. Wow, I totally was not expecting this boss again. I hope it's another electric rocket. Like if they just spawn a random Galacticraft boss like the skeleton one, yeah. At least that one is a little challenging, slightly. Okay, so here's the deal. If we do one more of these, and it's an electric rocket, I'm just spawning in the other one. As fun as Galacticraft is, I'm just about funned out. But I will try and do it legit, but on the third try, if we still can't get it, then I'm done. But we will try one more time. Oh, did I not mark this one? Okay. Thank you for the clip. You're welcome. At least that dungeon wasn't super far. Rude. Ooh, he's jumping! This one's different. Maybe jumps me, I'm gonna get the right schematic. Yeah, right. What's the name of the playlist? It's called Monster Cat. Hello, Nighthawk. You're late. You're fired. Look at that, boys. We just got ourselves a tier 10 rocket schematic. Third time's the charm? Yeah, after our third electric rocket. You really love the fact that they don't stack a great game mechanic. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. Alright, so our O2 needs some work here. Not that I really plan on going back, but we might as well have everything ready to go in case we do have to go back to Galacticraft in the future. All right, next section. Book of everything. Tome of knowledge. Welcome raiders from Azuma's channel. I don't think I got a notification of a raid. Oh, there it is. No, it just didn't alert. Azuma raiding with a party of 608. Oh my goodness. Welcome, people. Welcome. Hope everybody had a great stream over on Azuma's channel. We are playing a little Project Ozone 3 here. We're reaching pretty close to the end of the pack at this point. We're down to this section, which is mostly done. We're getting into Draconic Evolution. This is just kind of like, that doesn't really matter. And then we're getting into like the real end game stuff here. So we're pretty close at this point. You're so boring, then why are you here? Don't be an idiot or you're gonna get banned from the chat. It's that simple. Tome of knowledge. Yeah, so we can't do this just yet. Void stars we can do. That's the infinity ingots, I think. And I guess the enhanced ender ingots. Ender star. Are we able to craft that? Yeah, we can craft that. I think we can do the ender ingots. Yep. We just need the infinity ingot, which is gonna require some stuff. This is everything that we can't do just yet. All right, so Draconic Evolution it is then. We have to make ourselves the information tablet to get started. Okay. Complete my quest. It only did it because I told it to. So that's going to give us a stack of draconium, which we don't need because we already have a lot. And 5 RAK. All right, well, complete this. All the knowledge in a simple tablet. So that unlocks, oh man, like Awakened Draconium is right off there too, huh? Wyvern Flux Capacitor. Oh. So they got rid of the fusion crafting for this stuff. I can't say that I dislike that. All right, Polar Zoe, we'll see you later. You were gonna do this pack, and then you seen that it was intense on the Galacticraft. It's not that intense on Galacticraft. It does have Galacticraft progression, but I wouldn't say that it's intense on it. Maybe on that one. So we need this guy. Why? You must hit the pattern. Did I not click that button? I thought I clicked that button. There we go. All right, so there's one of those guys, and then we can turn it into one of these things. Okay, and then we need one of these. Now we gotta start putting this stuff back in the system, otherwise it's just gonna complain that it doesn't have everything that it needs. All right, so there's these guys. And one of those. Okay, so now we can make a Wyvern Flux Capacitor. Do it. Sweet. It doesn't have fusion crafting? Not yet. I do believe there is fusion crafting required for some things. Like if you want to do the dislocator, this requires fusion crafting. That's interesting. The advanced dislocator has durability? Or am I misreading that? I'm not sure. But yeah, for like some of these things, there's no fusion crafting, which is great. Awakened draconium? How do they do this one? Oh, that one does require fusion crafting. Okay. Yeah, so we need that fusion crafting for that stuff. So we need a draconic core. Items have EMC, no EMC, as far as I can tell. So that's going to give us 16 draconic cores for making one. That's nice. That's going to give us 8 wiring cores for making 1. All right. Then the awakened core. I believe we need the awakened draconium for, yeah, and that's fusion crafting as well. So like the early game stuff, or I guess like the early portions of Draconic Evolution don't require the fusion crafting, but we will have to make it. Draconic Staff of Power, you craft this way. So this does not require us to make the 3 other tools. But we still have to have the fusion crafting. Is there awakened seed? Alright, so all we gotta do is just do 1 awakened draconium block, and then we can just craft the rest from mystical agriculture. Does Project Ozone 3 have Herbis or whatever the mod is that allows you to turn blocks into a mob? Yes. Yes. Okay, so let's start down the fusion crafting section. Fusion crafting core. And then we need basic fusion crafting injectors. What does the next tier require? Yeah, okay, so we are going to need like a lot of these things. 15 is probably overkill, but it should be fine. Am I gonna automate fusion crafting? It really depends on like how much of this we need. If it doesn't really make sense to, we might not. Craft advanced items that can't be crafted by normal means reminds me of the QED. That reminds you of the QED. This doesn't remind you of the QED, huh? So we need to do Awakened Draconium as our next one. That requires Wyvern tier, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Wyvern. What does it take to upgrade these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 of those will turn these into the next tier. Okay, so we are fine with that. What do we have for energy? Do we have cryo stabilized? Maybe that'll be enough. I don't know. I guess that doesn't really matter since we're using the flux networks, not flux networks. We're using the Spectre coils, and those have a limitation on how much power they can provide. Android.io has the amazing new conduits, right? These are EMCable. That's it? Just one crushed coal and then one grain of infinity? Chewing dead wood. And now we have literally all of those. Wait, what? What did that thing just make? Oh, this thing. Why do these things keep disconnecting? Okay, now we have all of the infinity reagents. And we have all of these now. Yeah, I think 2 million per tick is pretty good. Now, in order to move power around, we don't have flux networks. We have the quantum and porters, right? Flash in with 500 bits. Hashtag Shamrock Army. Thank you for the 500 bits. I appreciate that. Draconic crystals for power. Yeah, I mean, those are pretty good. Osha says, hey Hypno, I was looking at some old episodes and you, Azuma, and Biff are the only founding hermits left in the group. Joe Hills was added very early on. He's still in the group. If you're talking about day one, then yeah, I think you're right. Power cells from RF tools? Do those do like unlimited power? I'm not really sure. Isn't there an energy thing from thermal? I don't think so. Question mark? He kind of wishes pack had flux networks. I agree. But flux networks are OP. Flux networks are too OP, guys. Okay? Those are too OP for this pack. It's just too OP. I think the quantum and porters are best bet. I don't think this thing has a power limit. What are the upgrades? Anchor. Okay, so that's just... I don't think this has a limit. It might. Alright, Esty, we'll see you later. Oh, I need to go down one more level. Do I have a warp all the way down to the bottom? I don't remember. No. Tesseract has not been a thing in thermal since 1.7. It's been a long time. Ah, our reactor's still on too. This keeps breaking. I don't know why. Shift 100. Pressing shift. Control change all rods. Control. When I do that, it won't let me do anything. If I just hold control, I can do this. This thing broken? What the? I'm confused. Does it think my shift key is down or something? Okay, I had to do Alt. Shift control. Why can I only go to 96%? You had that happen with your reactor. You had to break a block and replace it in stone block. You don't know why or how you fixed it. That's really weird. Okay, well, that seems to work now. All right, so we want the quantum entanguloporta. This can do 1.1 million. We want this to send site config. Energy bottom is input. Set power. I wonder if caps lock was on it. That was causing the problem. All right, now we got to figure out where we're gonna put the quantum, not the quantum, the draconic evolution thing. We could get rid of that platform. That's not really doing much, or we could add it over here. We might just add it over here. We're not really doing much in this corner. Right. We need a conduit probe. Copy. Pasta, 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 pasta. Okay, that all looks right. What am I using for flight? We have ability totems. So everything here I want to be output. We'll eject on. There's going to be extract. I don't think this ever shows FE until we start doing something. So if we wanted to make the fusion crafting, these, we need 2 draconic cores, a wyvern core. A draconium block. And then 4 diamonds. Let's see if this works. Well, it recognizes the recipe. I guess we'll click the button. Energy, output. Well, that's not apparently working. So I think there's something wrong with the downstairs thing. Oh, I didn't set the frequency? Of course, derp. There we go. Hypno, why was Hermitcraft Season 1 rescheduled? What are you talking about, OSHA? So we need... that many of those. We need wyvern cores. 6 of those. 12 draconic. Is that it? Oh no, we need 6 draconium. So I'm curious to see how much RF per tick that thing is using when it starts powering up. Why is our system completely out of power? Oh, I never clicked activate reactor, of course. So it's literally using all the power that we're generating right now. Interesting. When the server world got corrupted, did you restart the season world and add more people when it started? I think so. I mean, this was many, many years ago. You're like really... That was a long time ago. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to look at upgrading our power. We're probably gonna end up doing the Draconic power ball. I don't know why the output is still like that high. Are we still trying to make those items? I would expect that the output would go down while it's like crafting and we get 30 seconds while it's not doing anything. But it's like all the power that's coming in is leaving. So that's done. These aren't using power anymore. So where's all of our power going? As if, oh, it's filling up these conduits, isn't it? Because these have an internal power. It's filling up these conduits. So it might take a minute before these things fill up. Porky Duck just resubbed the channel for 30 months. Porky Duck, welcome back. Thank you so much for the 30 months of support and for that tier 3 hip sellout resub. Thank you so much. Hello to you too. Antifar just subbed with Twitch Prime. Welcome, Antifar. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Raptor Tech just resubbed the channel for 8 months. Raptor Tech, welcome. Welcome back. Thank you for the 8 months of support. And super cool Momo with $3 tip. Yeah, you don't need to advertise yourself through my tip. I do take a look at my business email every now and then. If you don't get a reply, it's either because I haven't seen it yet or I'm not interested. I don't reply to everybody I'm not interested in with I'm not interested. But more than likely, I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know what you're asking. More than likely, if you're inviting me to some private server to record some series for your server, I'm just automatically ignoring it because I don't care. But thank you for the tip regardless. You haven't used them in a while, but in your previous experience using quantum entangled porters, they cap out at 20,000. Well, I mean, they can't be capping out 20,000 because you can see down here that we're outputting 279,000, the exact amount that our reactor's making right now. The Tesseract has an internal power supply, which you'll notice is the same number as this. Like, it's receiving power and sending it immediately to those conduits. OSHA, I'm not talking about you. Make a conduit probe and check the conduits. You know what? I don't think I've ever used a conduit probe other than copy pasta functionality. Can you see if power is going into a conduit with the conduit probe? I honestly don't know. Every conduit has a buffer of 2 billion. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like we're going to be here for a while waiting for these things to fill up. So, in the meantime, we're just going to assume everything's working correctly. How are we doing on the different solar panels? We didn't need these before. So the tier 8 can do 32,000 per without any of the upgrades. What was the next tier solar panel? Wyvern. We can easily do that one. And that's just EMC. These don't have EMC. That's a problem. You know why you can't get bits from ads? Because you're on your new laptop. I have no idea. You should probably ask Twitch support. Because I don't know what to tell you. And then those are used for the next tier. How much of these? These generate 65,536. If we make like 100 of those, that's easy. It's easy. Look how easy it is. How's the rest of your base getting power if 100% of the power gen is going to the OP conduits? Do you know if 100% is going to those? It might be like the amount of power that we're generating minus 10 RF or something. Like the only thing that's using power right now is just our ME system. Easy cheater. Okay. Okay, well we can tell your age right away. Dude, is there a dimension that's always day in this mod pack? Does the mining dimension work? What is that? Feather? I'm always a little wary about doing this. I don't really like having this many tile entities just in one chunk. But if this is gonna solve our power problem for at least right now, then and we can like upgrade these later to something that's better, I'm fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Quantum Entanguloporter. So we're gonna put this one here. Ah, why? Why you do this? You not do this. So you want this one, that's gonna be insert only. Okay, and this is gonna be called solar in. Site config. Energy. Everything's input. Okay, so we need a spot loader. If we need more solar, we can make more solar, but that should be fine for now. So we're gonna set this one to that, site config, energy, output on everything, auto eject on, solar set. I think we're okay now. That's a lot of power. Well, it solves our power issues. Just a little bit of power. It's funny that the input and the output is the same. Guess it doesn't really do anything for us. Oh, is the mining dimension affected by day-night cycle? Now we're inputting... Why is that fluctuating so much? Oh, okay. So that does work for the changes. Okay. So yes, this only does 1.125K per connection per side. So if we do something like this, we set these to extract. Set that to insert. Does it matter if we go into multiple sides? That doesn't seem to matter. So if we add more connections here, so that makes sense since we got 6 connections, 6 times 1.1. That's actually, I wonder if there's a limitation here on the quantum entanglement porter now. So that should be extract, this should be insert. Did I just break things? Why did I just break things? Side config. Everything's output on that. I have no idea what's going on. Why does it go up to like 4K and now it's saying 0 again? Is it because it is nighttime? Let's try sleeping. Oh, did I not set the channel? No, it's set. Solar in, site config, energy, output on everything. Let me try putting a cable back. I feel like it's because it's nighttime. Although I thought that the mining dimension was always day. Okay, so another thing that we can do with these solars, I believe they have these upgrades. Efficiency upgrades, and these have EMC, so let's just go ahead and do those. Need a photo voltaic cell. We're missing blaze rods, really? Okay. So those are just called efficiency upgrade. SC Cowan just resubbed the channel for 15 months. SC Cowan, welcome back. Thank you for the 15 months of support. It storms in the mining dimension. Yeah, that boosts up the FE per tick. You can't just shift click those in, huh? That's a little annoying. Do I really want to go through and add these to every single one of these? This is quite annoying, to be honest. I think it'd just be easier to add more solars than to have to go through and do this to each one of them. All right, I think we're done here. I'm not gonna do that to each one of those. That's just gonna be too much work. Like, if we ever make the top tier solars and we need a few of them, like, it'll make sense to add them at that point, but for what we're doing right now, it doesn't quite make that much sense. So we're only inputting solar in frequency power. I don't know why we're inputting and outputting the same amount. This might be why. Maybe? This should all be input. Yeah, I don't know. There shouldn't be a cable loop anywhere though. Because like these are, that's set specifically to input, these are set specifically to output, so it's just all coming out Then going into that one, same thing for this. And the only other place that we have the quantum entangloporter, besides where we're sending it from the solar, is right up here. And the same thing, we have these outs. Although I don't think we need this many connections. Input on a different color? If the battery is full and you're having X output, then the available input would be X, right? Yes. But we shouldn't be outputting like maximum value. Goodbye, hello. The Spectre transmitter has one connection to the battery. I think we disconnected that. I mean, it's just sitting on the battery, yes. I don't think you can input power from the sides. Either way, it doesn't really matter. If we're going to do anything else with power going forward, it's going to be with the quantum entangloporters. We probably should go through the base and just get rid of all of the Spectre coils. In fact, that's probably... We're probably going to end up making the tier 8 power thing. We'll remove our extreme reactor, set up the power ball down there, and then at that point, we're just going to remove all of the Spectre coils from everywhere and replace them with the quantum entangloporters. Every time I break a conduit, I lose 2 billion RFs. Well, that's... If that conduit was full to begin with, then yes. But my jetpack power... that might be the only thing that we leave. I'm talking about, like, our machine power, like these things. Our Spectre coils that we have around the base. We don't need that. Okay, so where are we at on this? So we have completed this. The next is the Draconic fusion crafting injector. So to make one of those, we need 7 of the Wyvern, which we should have done now. So we can get rid of these. Oops. All right, so we need 7 of those to make this one. Oh, but we need the Awakened Draconium. So Awakened Draconium requires 7 as well. But we do need the Dragon Hearts. We only have 12. But I guess we only need to make 1 thing of Awakened Draconium. And then we can use Mystical Agriculture for the rest. So this should be fairly easy. So we need 6 Draconic cores. There's 6 Draconic cores, 1 heart, and then we need 4 of these blocks. Oh, do the seeds require the crux? We might have to do this a few times then. So that requires a heart and a block per. We only need a couple of plants going, which we should be able to get with that. Okay. What else do we need? That. Let's do 2 of these. The seeds require that. It might make life easier if we had a 3rd one. You can get rid of the battery and just use a grid of conduits and it would hold almost as much as the battery. You're not wrong. But then we wouldn't have any information on how much is in the conduit and stuff, so. So I made that many so we can breed these to 10-10-10s that much faster. Since the way we're doing it requires 4 parents. Okay, so crop sticks. 1 seed. But all the, oh, I do need the crop sticks still. That away. That away. That away. Hold on to that for now. Okay, so we need to get rid of that. Crossbreed the parent. Have that spread to the outer ones. Break this one. Crossbreed the parent. And just do this a bunch. Hopefully the game doesn't crash on us. Is a printing press in this pack? It is, yes. That might be a 10-10-10 right here. It's gotta be, because that's stacked with others. Why would that crash the game? I don't know, because we had a crash the other day when I kept doing that. So there's our 10-10-10 awakened seeds. Okay, so the uses for this turns into nugs. All right, so we need to set up a compacting draw. All right, we need a key to lock it. And we need a key to hide. Upgrade, we need the void. Avoid any excess, which I don't expect we'll ever get any, but in case we do. Okay, so now we're set up here to store stuff. We just need to go to our mystical agriculture area. Oh, come back here, little guy. Let's turn off this stuff for now and make it less laggy. So didn't I say I was going to remove some stuff? So there's stars. What is this? Actually, let's do it over here. So we have silver and bronze. Both of those are EMC, so we can just get rid of one of them. Let's get rid of silver. Silver is now going to be this. Get rid of silver. I'll forget all of these and replace it with this. Remember, what the heck? Come on, stop it. Why is it doing that? Wow, I'm gonna freak out. Oh, it's doing it because it's crafting. It gets 9 of the items. That's why. I got it. So the nuggets go into the system. The compacting drawer automatically turns those into ingots and blocks. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Bronze essence, we don't have any of that on us. That's it. That's literally it. Well, I guess we have to put the seeds in. Let's turn this off for a moment. I did that on the wrong one, didn't I? Okay. So now we need our... Oh, I didn't grab the cruxes. I need to go back for those, don't I? Go back and grab those cruxes. Why that one didn't go into my inventory, I don't know. Right, power back on. I think we're gonna turn the farm back on. Oh, that's right. It's going to take a minute while Applied Energistics re-catches up. All right, there we go. So we're getting the awakened draconium at a pretty decent rate now. I'd say that we're pretty okay on it. Now, if we're gonna set up like the tier 8 draconic energy ball, we're gonna have to wait a minute because that requires like 300 awakened draconium blocks, I think. You got your cruxes from the legendary loot crate spending RAK. Well, there you go. All the lag? Yes, that's why that's in another dimension. Another dimension. Another dimension. You need a lot of chaos cores? Well, probably what we're going to end up doing is like what we always do and get the infinity world breaker thing when we get to that point. We'll probably just end up making this thing, which has like Fortune 20 on it, and then you get, or Fortune 10, you get 20 chaos cores per island. I'm sure that's what we're going to end up doing. I don't know what that's for. You have an infinity helmet plus an enchantment crystal, and you get the infinity helmet back. I have no idea what that does. This crystal can be crafted with infinity armor tools to give them special capabilities like enchantments, potion effects, etc. Oh. Huh. Weird. Well, I'm going to take a quick 2-minute break. Give me 2 minutes. I'm going to step away for a second. Fill up my water. Be right back. BRB, burp. All right, I'm back. I wonder if this is one of those cases where we should set up like the auto clickers on each one of the plants to right click it, just to speed this up. Because we need a lot of awaken, and we're not getting it like super fast because it's just the nature of the plant interactor. Oh, no, we should be okay. We should be okay on at least a couple of these. So can we make some speed upgrades for these? We have some in here. Well, if we're only putting 4 in there, might as well just use these. Well, that's so much better. How come I don't play on the Hermitcraft server anymore? Because I'm not really that interested in playing with vanilla Minecraft at the moment. Yeah, it's kind of weird. When I don't want to play something, I don't play something. It's weird how that happens, how that works. Okay, we're getting that at a much faster rate now. That's definitely tolerable. You have a quick question. You're in an ocean biome, so passive mobs won't spawn. You just realized. What do you guys recommend? Moving super far, or is there a mod that can spawn them? You can change biome. If you're playing this mod pack, there is a biome changer from Extra Utilities too. I forget what the name of it is. The Terraformer. The Terraformer will change biome. You just gotta provide the card and give it the correct amount of these climogriff things, the heater, humidifiers, and coolers with their correct items in there. All right, so if we go to the Draconic Evolution manual, let's actually get out of this dimension. It's super laggy. Just right-clicking this book is super laggy. So we want to look at the... What's the power bulb? Energy storage core. So if we wanted to make the biggest one, we need 378 awakened draconium blocks. So we are nearly there. We're like halfway there. I wonder if we can speed that up anymore by adding just another 1 or 2 imaginary time blocks. Oh, those have EMC, huh? I guess we can't add it there. That seems a little bit faster. Oh boy. That definitely is faster. Don't need any item in the mechanical user? No. You just have to set it to activate block with item and then put in speed upgrades. I'm curious, like, how much faster would it go if we had faster speed upgrades in, like, one of them? Is that changing anything at all? I don't feel like it is. Okay, so we need like 300 and something, so let's start getting everything prepared. We still have to do a little bit of crafting, and then we got to figure out where we're actually going to put the thing. I assume we're just going to replace this with the ball down here. In fact, we should probably just do that now. We don't need this reactor anymore. Yeah, we're getting power from the solars, right? There's no real reason to have the reactor. Did that thing really make another one of these blocks down here? This mod is so buggy. Why does it keep doing that? We could put it above too. We don't need this reactor anymore regardless. I would like to get rid of this. Just another set of tile entities that we don't need around. And it's not even that impressive of a reactor. It was only here specifically to get us by with power. There was an invisible source block there, apparently. All right, Demetran, we'll see you later. How did I get Aurora blocks in my inventory? Oh, that's right, because I broke out spots for the... I broke out spots to add in the more imaginary time blocks. Yeah, we have plenty of Awaken now. That's fantastic. So this battery, I guess we're going to leave here. The platform we're going to leave here until we get the other things set up. And then we'll move everything to where it needs to be and just get rid of this lower platform here. So you guys are thinking that I should set it up upstairs, huh? So like in the very center, is that what we want? Yeah, it's gonna be Dragon Ball time. Yay, it's Jake. Just resubbed the channel for 14 months. Jake, welcome back. Thank you for the 14 months. Keep it the awesome work, Bruham. I will try. Thank you for your support. All right, so 1 energy core coming up. Then we need these energy core stabilizers, which don't have EMC. That doesn't have EMC. Oh, did I not make the Draconic cores? $36 of those, 36 of these. I'll put this at the 11th block. No. We're gonna make it 11 blocks and then we'll put this. And then these need to go out. Ideally, I'd like it to line up with this. Stabilizers invalid. Core valid. How are the stabilizers invalid? The stabilizer's one block too far out? Oh, is it because I haven't tiered them up? So 5 blocks of space, I think that's enough. So let's try this assemble core. I've never pressed that button before, so that's pretty cool that that works. That's a thing now. I think the last time I set up one of these energy core things, that was already added, and I just skipped over the button. So it's been a thing for a little while. This isn't like just brand new. Oh, did I not? What's it doing? Oh, I need a little bit more draconium. So that's it. I should just be able to click the button. It's pretty awesome. Oh, I had just enough awakened in my inventory. The block assembling sequence is cool too. It's not bad. It is not bad. How long would it take you to charge a tier 8 ball with a magmatic dynamo? You should probably ask me how long it would take me to charge a draconic tier 8 ball ever, regardless of the amount of power that I'm pumping into it. And the answer is a stupidly long amount of time. A stupidly long amount of time. Like, it's almost nearly impossible to fill one of these things. That is a lot of RF. Yeah, you don't let the balls touch. You can't let 2 draconic balls touch. You just can't do it. It's weird. Just don't do it. All right, well, I think we're going to call it there. Next live stream, we'll actually switch our power over and go through the base and do all the power rearranging and all that stuff. But we got ourselves a tier 8 draconic energy ball, which is fantastic. I didn't expect us to do that today. But that's going to help out a lot for all of our power needs, all of our power storage. It's going to be pretty good, I think. But anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today while we play a little bit of Project Ozone 3. If you're new to the channel, hit that follow button so you get notified when I do go live. Our normal streaming schedule is Monday through Friday, starting at noon Eastern time. See if we got somebody who I can host up here. Let's go say hello to OG Aristotle, who is currently working on Titan mode, the next variant for this mod pack. Let's go ahead and send him the old raid. If you haven't checked out OG before, he's a good guy. But yeah, he is one of the mod pack creators for this pack. So if you're interested in all things Project Ozone, that's where you want to go. Anyway, that's it for me for today. Thanks for all the support. Appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow for another live stream. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.